KOFO News.
Stay tuned for the following special presentation from 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to this broadcast of Ottawa University Braves men's basketball. Our OU Braves basketball coverage can be heard on 103.7 FM, 1220 AM, and online at KOFO.com, and is brought to you by Sutton's Jewelry, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, Quality Structures Incorporated, Advent Health Ottawa, and by Arvest Bank, Ottawa University, Dingle & Son Mortuary, the Ottawa Recreation Commission, Kramer Pharmacy, also by Kansas State Bank, Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, CarStar, the Ottawa Herald, and Great Life Golf and Fitness. Now let's join KOFO's Casey Weeder for Ottawa University Braves men's basketball.
It's never too late to become who you're supposed to be. However, sometimes you may need a little help. Ottawa University can get you there. Their faculty and staff are dedicated to preparing graduates for a lifetime of significance. With dozens of degree programs, including accounting, engineering, human services, and marketing, as well as graduate degrees in business administration and education, Ottawa University will prepare you for whatever or whoever you want to be. Don't wait. Get started today. Find out more by visiting online at ottawa.edu.
Buy all your metal supplies from QSI. They not only sell steel and trim, but also windows, screws, underlayment, caulking, lumber, windows, doors, and much, much more. Visit us in Richmond or give us a call at 785-835-6100.
This is Chase Dingle of Dingle & Son Mortuary. I learned very young being in the funeral business wasn't just a job, it was a way of life. Never dull, sometimes stressful, but always fulfilling. I wanted to be a part of that and carry on the family tradition.
Dingle & Son Mortuary, 785-242-2323.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Wilson Fieldhouse on the campus of Ottawa University in Ottawa, Kansas. As I'm Casey Weeder, joined by Bruce Tate, as we get set for our men's contest between the Ottawa University Braves and the York College Panthers. Ottawa comes in at 11-6, 8-6 in the KCAC. York 2-9, 2-7 in conference play, and Bruce, a matchup that is always going to be explosive between these two teams. Athletically, York is always one of the best teams in the conference. It's whether Ottawa can get on the defensive glass and keep York from getting second and third opportunities.
Yeah, you know, a team of York that we don't know much about because they just haven't played a lot of games, but that Ottawa-York matchup is always exciting. Both teams are going to be very athletic. Both teams will get up and down the floor and play at a great pace. York has some kids that can score the basketball, 4 or 5 kids that are averaging either double figures or close to double figures. It will be an exciting game once again here in Wilson Fieldhouse.
As we look at the KCAC standings, Bruce, Ottawa getting some help on Saturday as Southwestern fell in, I believe it was 86-74 to the team Ottawa will see on Wednesday in Bethany. So the Braves now move into the 4th place spot, tied with Southwestern. Above them is McPherson, 12-6, Oklahoma Wesleyan at 10-4, and Bethel at 13-3. And starting a week off where you're going to play here tonight, play at Bethany on Thursday, and then at Avila on Saturday, you have to take care of business at home at a team that's below you in the standing. Yeah,
I mean, we're sounding like a broken record here every week. KCAC basketball is going to be week by week where teams stand at in the conference, and the Braves did get a little break there with Southwestern dropping one, but Braves have to take care of business here at home first before the 2 big matchups that they have here the rest of the week.
We'll take our first break here on the pregame show. You've been listening to Ottawa University Braves basketball on KOFO.
Do you know where the phrase "ring in the new year" came from? Sutton's Jewelry. Okay, maybe they didn't start it, but they sure know what it means, and they can help you understand what it means to her. The new year is a fresh start, a blank slate, a chance to get it right. And guys, there's no better way to get it right than with a ring from Sutton's Jewelry. Don't know anything about buying a ring? Think it's too expensive? Don't want to be embarrassed? Phil and Kathy Sutton and their staff have years of helping guys just like you get it right. Ring in the new year at Sutton's Jewelry. Open Tuesday through Saturday at 213 South Main, downtown Ottawa.
And we're back inside Wilson Fieldhouse. Ottawa in the midst, Bruce, of a 2-game winning streak after that win at home against Southwestern last Wednesday, and then a win over Tabor 84-70, as Ottawa shot 51% from the floor, 39% from the three-point line, 62% from the free throw line. But Ottawa able to take advantage of points in the paint against a much bigger Tabor team, outscoring them 42-38, second chance points, 32-21. But the story of the night will be Perry Carroll, as he finished with 33 points, scoring the final 13 for Ottawa. It was a 61-60 game with about 5 minutes to go, and Ottawa outscoring Tabor 24-9.
Yeah, like I said, I missed, that last 5 minutes of the game. I left to go get me some smoke creations and turn the game back on, and the Braves have won pretty big. So Perry Carroll, you talk about points in the paint. And if you would like to go look at his stat line, he shot a very high percentage with his penetration getting downhill. And he probably led the Braves in points in the paint, just the way he's able to finish around the basket.
Andre Jackson, who's been Mr. Consistency over the last couple of weeks for this team, also had a big night, 19 points and 6 boards. His 10th straight double-digit scoring night. Joe Johnson scoring 12 points, all from behind the three-point line. And when you can do that on the road, that always seems to be the thing that kills a crowd, when you can come back and hit a three after a big play, which Tabor had several dunks, big plays from their big men, but Ottawa able to get out of that environment and come away with a win.
Yeah, I'll echo that. Watching that game, Braves make big plays, but man, Tabor answered every single time. It was a great game. I can only imagine the atmosphere. Joe Johnson was huge, especially in that first half, if I remember correctly, with his three-point shooting. Just gives the Braves a great lift off the bench with his ability to shoot the three.
Before we wrap up our pregame show, give you a little bit about York College. 2-9 overall, 2-7 in the KCAC. Currently on a 3-game losing streak, and coming off a really tough loss down in Sterling, 105-81. I feel like I'm reading about Sterling winning a game more often than not of late, especially a team that can score the basketball like they do. But in that loss, York just 43% from the floor, 20% from deep. They only averaged 6 made threes a game coming into tonight, 46% from the free throw line. Keon Hoskins led York in scoring with 20, Sean Black 11 off the bench, and Michael King with 10. But for me, not allowing York to get open looks early on is going to be so important for a team, especially that's struggling to score.
Yeah, and, like you talked about their athleticism and ability to score, they just play with great pace and great energy. And, the Braves are going to have to come out and really challenge them defensively and to control their ability to score the basketball.
We're going to wrap up our pregame show as Ottawa takes on the York College Panthers. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves basketball on KOFO.
It's never too late to become who you're supposed to be. However, sometimes you may need a little help. Ottawa University can get you there. Their faculty and staff are dedicated to preparing graduates for a lifetime of significance. With dozens of degree programs, including accounting, engineering, human services, and marketing, as well as graduate degrees in business administration and education, Ottawa University will prepare you for whatever or whoever you want to be. Don't wait. Get started today. Find out more by visiting online at ottawa.edu.
You took an antacid, and now your frequent heartburn's back. Stop heartburn before it begins with Prilosec OTC. Its unique delayed-release formula blocks heartburn at the source for 24 hours, so you can extinguish heartburn before it starts. Make the switch to Prilosec OTC today and live heartburn-free. Prilosec OTC. 1 pill a day, 24 hours, 0 heartburn. It's possible while taking Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
Being helpful is what Arvest Bank is all about. And part of being helpful is listening to our customers. Which is why Arvest Go, our mobile app, was recently certified by J.D. Power for providing an outstanding mobile banking experience. You can easily pay friends, securely lock and unlock your cards, deposit checks, pay bills, and more. So download Arvest Go today. Arvest Bank, ready to help. Member FDIC. For J.D. Power 2020 certification info, visit jdpower.com/awards.
The Army National Guard plays a vital role in your community. We're on the front lines supporting essential personnel, first responders, law enforcement, and medical professionals, delivering food, supplies, and medicine, keeping communities safe, making a difference. During emergencies, we're always ready, always there. Learn more about part-time service in the Army National Guard at nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Kansas Army National Guard, aired by the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
welcome back to Wilson Fieldhouse as the Ottawa University Braves looking for their 12th win of the season, 9th in KCAC play. They'll take on the 2-9 York Panthers, 2-7 in conference play. For the Panthers, coming off that 105-81 loss at Sterling on Saturday, as they have lost 3 straight. Starting at forward will be number 1 Michael King, a 6'7" freshman from Chicago, Illinois. At guard will be number 2 A.B. Banks, the 5'10" junior from Portageville, Missouri, a transfer from McCook Community College. At guard, number 4 Eric Lanier, the 6'2" senior from Bellevue, Nebraska. At forward, number 5 Keon Hoskins, a 6'4" sophomore from Duncanville, Texas. And at guard, number 11 Jai Jackson, a 6'4" freshman from McKinney, Texas, as they are coached by Tree Burks. For Ottawa, at guard will be number 1 Perry Carroll, the 5'11" senior from Ottawa, Kansas, your reigning KCAC Player of the Week. He averaged 32 points a game last week in those 2 wins. At guard number 3, Ian Moore, the 6'2" junior from Lamar, Missouri. At guard number 5, Andre Jackson, the 6'3" senior from Turner, Kansas. At guard number 31, Jackson Mallory, the 6'2" senior from Lawrence, Kansas. And at forward number 35, Mason McDowell, the 6'7" senior from Paola. Head coach Aaron Siebenthal in his 6th season, now 2 wins away from 100 in his career, Bruce. But for me, you know, having Jaquan Daniels back, not inserting him into the lineup right away, not putting pressure on him to have big minutes tonight.
Yeah, that's huge. You know, most likely he had a decent day of practice yesterday on that ankle, and the Braves are going to bring him off the bench here. I would easily move him, you know, into the lineup as much as possible, just to see how he plays at game speed. But you want to play it safe here, as the Braves are looking to get deeper without Jaquan Daniels in the lineup.
York with the black jersey, or make that blue jerseys, blue shorts, usually always in the black. First time I've ever seen him not wearing the black jerseys on the road. Blue jerseys, York across the chest in white. Ottawa white jerseys, white shorts, Braves across the chest in gold, outlined in black. As McDowell jumps it up against Jai Jackson, and Michael King will jump it up, and he will win the tip for the York Panthers, as they will have the first possession. Left-hand dribble finds A.V. Banks. Banks in the lane, spins on McDowell, leaves it inside for King. He'll lay it in as McDowell was having to choose between 2 defenders there. Now Ottawa turns it over. King misses the layup as Carroll somehow comes away unscathed, and then knocked out of bounds here by York. Went off the hands of Keon Hoskins.
Yeah, he would like to have that one back. Just got too excited there.
2-0 York lead, 19:35 to go first half, and York, a team plays with a lot of energy, has a lot of speed. Ottawa's just going to have to get into their offense. Carroll left side of the floor finds Ian Moore. Moore back to Carroll. He'll work right side as York going with the zone to start things. Short corner is McDowell. Skip past the other side of the floor to Andre Jackson. Goes by 1 defender. Looking for Mallory. Ottawa's going to be turning it over as they throw it into their own bench.
Yeah. Jackson is just expecting one of his teammates to be there, and most of the time that happens with a veteran team. When you trust your teammates, you expect them to be in the right spot at the right time, and Jackson just took a different angle coming to the basketball there.
Through 17 games this year, Ottawa averaging 91 points per game. That's tops in the KCAC. Lanier, and it's going to be an offensive foul on the whistle as Michael King caught Ian Moore trying to run through a screen.
Yeah.
Braves inside of Wilson Fieldhouse, averaging 93 points per game this year, and looking to continue to hold their opponents around just 78 points per game. Carroll open for a 3 from straight away. It's off the front rim, no good. Rebound out to Keon Hoskin. And a big pickup for Tree Burks. He played a lot of minutes last year as a freshman, plays for Powerhouse out of Dallas in Duncanville, team that won a state title while he was there. Keon Hoskins with the jumper right off the remark there. Parries it from 7 feet, and it's a 4-0 York lead.
Yeah, big matchup there for the Braves. The kid can score it.
Here's Ian Moore in the corner for a 3. He's fouled, and then he goes down to the floor at the end of the play. Like he might have rolled an ankle as Lanier got up on him, and he seems to be okay. But not a good sign for Ottawa, who's already dealing with that ankle injury for Jaquan Daniels. And with the week Ottawa has ahead, concerning here for Moore, who has the leg sleeve on that right leg, so I have to think he's had some issues with that previously.
Yep.
Free throw good for Moore. Tough night for him on Saturday. He's had a couple tough nights back to back, but we've seen him before struggle for a couple games and put up 30.
Yeah, with transfers, as they get deeper in the conference, coaches and staffs usually figure out what the player's strength is, and I think that has happened to Moore with his three-point shooting ability, but tough kid, tough competitor. I think he'll make those adjustments.
Moore misses the second after making the first. He'll make the third. There's 2 of 3. We're quickly going to see Joe Johnson, the third, enter the game, the 5'8" senior from Waynesville, Missouri, and Moore not looking like he's feeling all right walking down the bench line.
Yeah, you get a look at. But not a bad trade-off when you bring Joe Johnson in.
Lanier, backdoor cut. They're looking for Hoskins. Now to King. Shot up and no good, then knocked around, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by York. Always see from Treberg's team is their ability to get around the rim first off, but their ability to get up and down the floor.
Yeah, they're gonna do some great things.
Not gonna beat them with fast break points very often. A kick ball in front of the York bench. It'll leave possession with Ottawa. Our score 4-2 York, 18:06 remaining in our first half. Ottawa without a field goal as they're 0-1. Backdoor cut is gonna be stolen away as McDowell was looking for Andre Jackson. Second turnover on Ottawa. Hoskin, dribble handoff out to Lanier. Ottawa switches. Lanier drives on Joe Johnson III, scores off the glass with the right hand. Ottawa goes the other way with Carroll. In the lane is Perry. Right hand layup good off the glass with the right hand. 6'4" York, and Perry was so instrumental in Ottawa's win on Saturday. Is Ottawa going to just continue to feed him when he's feeling it? Lanier inside, up and under layup, blocked by McDowell. It goes off the foot of Carroll. He'll pick it up anyways. Perry in the corner. Joe Johnson back to Perry. He gets by one defender in the lane, kicks it up top to McDowell. In the corner to Mallory. And he's going to throw it over the head of Joe Johnson III.
Yeah.
I think Perry's upset with himself on that play. Had an open look for three. Decided to dish it off. Sub here for Ottawa.
But great unselfish possession there by the Braves. And those are one of those unselfish turnovers as a coach. I can live with those when the Braves are looking to share the basketball.
Braves will get in the freshman, Tristan Turner, 6'4" from Independence, Missouri. Hoskins with another jumper from the free throw line. Good. Inside is Turner, looking to attack. Off the glass, he'll score. Make that Andre Jackson, scoring with the left hand. Off the dish from Joe Johnson III is Ottawa beating York down the floor. 8-6 lead for York. And interesting to see Hoskins playing the point guard spot really here for York. Is a tough match for Andre, having to go 90 feet right now. King at the free throw line goes back to Lanier. Lanier in the lane, loses the handle. It's going to be stolen by Mallory. He'll slow it up. Mallory in the lane, kicks it out to Andre Jackson. Jackson backdoor cut. He'll find Tristan Turner. Back to Mallory. Finds Carroll. Extra pass. Johnson III open three off the front rim. Rebound to York.
Great ball movement again by the Braves, and you want that one to go down just because of the passing.
Hoskin turns it over, and then he knocks it out of bounds. We'll stay with Ottawa. For the first time in a game and really another 18 minutes, we'll see Jaquan Daniels step on the floor, and then they're going to call timeout. So he'll have to wait a little bit longer to get back on the floor for the senior from Columbus, Georgia. It's a 30-second timeout. Go ahead and keep it here, Bruce. Fast start here for York, but Ottawa getting into the game a little bit more. The matchups right now are kind of unique. We mentioned Hoskin being the point guard, drawing Andre Jackson away from the basket, has given Ottawa some problems trying to fit on the back end.
Yeah, that Hoskins matchup is key matchup. From Burke's standpoint, right now, playing on the road against an Ottawa team, you want your best player to have the basketball, 70% of the time. So that may be his strategy there. And then the Braves, they're playing at great pace. So you're playing Braves basketball, moving the basketball, and they're going to get some shots down here and get in the flow here within these next minutes or so. I predict that.
Fast start offensively for York. They're 4 of 7. Ottawa 2 of 4. Braves have not hit a 3 yet. Daniels into the game. We mentioned got hurt last Wednesday against Southwestern, just a couple minutes into the game. Did not come back in, and then did not play Saturday against Tabor, nursing that ankle injury. Carroll back to Johnson III as York now into a 3-2. Here's Jackson to Carroll. Step back, works left wing to Johnson III. Joe, a little hesitation, leaves it with Carroll with 10 on the shot clock. To Daniels, right wing. Jaquan, his pass going to go over the head of Tristan Turner, and it was last touched by Ottawa, so it'll be a turnover.
Yeah, again, one of those unselfish turnovers there by the Braves. Jaquan doing a great job of getting into the paint. Came off of Tristan Turner's hand just a little bit. Braves just got to settle in against that zone.
End of the game for York is going to be Dylan Holston, the 6'3" freshman from Omaha, Nebraska. Along with that dribble handoff finds Jai Jackson, his 18-footer good. Freshman from McKinney. 10-6, the lead for York. Daniels in the corner to Jackson. He'll look to drive, gets in the lane, steps through, up and under, layup, not going to go. Ball's tipped around, was last touched by York. We'll stay with Ottawa.
Yeah, the York offense right now just showing that that false action. Braves defensively, you really got to have to do a better job of communicating and make sure they take away those easy looks by York.
Daniels will inbound it to Carroll. Foul line extended on the right wing. Right corner to Jackson. Skip past to Daniels. He'll go up and get it. He's going to take an uncontested three, no good. And Jackson, the only player for Ottawa fighting for a board. It's picked up by Tyrese Berry, 5'11" senior from Muskogee, Oklahoma. 10-6, York with the lead. 15:04 left first half. Berry with the left-hand dribble. Another player on this team over the years that can find a way to score in bunches. Jumper for York, off the mark, rebound by Jackson. He quickly finds Carroll out in transition. Perry throws it off the foot of Hoskin. And the sub here for Ottawa, it'll be Mallory along with Ty Bland, 6'5" junior from Auburn Hills, Michigan. Jackson will sit along with Carroll. Mallory will inbound it for the Braves. Right wing out to Daniels. Works to the other side of the floor. Out to Bland. Him and Johnson go back and forth. Running the baseline is Mallory. He'll have it. Still there. Jackson Mallory with the 15-footer. Yes. And when he's confident shooting the basketball, just adds another element offensively for this team.
Yeah, nice form. Got his feet set and knocked down a big baseline J there.
York's led the whole way here early on. Hoskin, another runner. This time it's off the mark. Ottawa with the board. It's Daniels in transition. Right side pass to Mallory. To Johnson the third. Here's Daniels. He'll look to drive. Step back jumper from the elbow long. Rebound into the hands of York. As Holston was the one who tipped it away from Tristan Turner. Daniels 0-2 from the field early on. York, a team that doesn't go very deep into their bench, Bruce.
Nope.
Pick and roll here with Berry. He finds Holston left side. On the wing, out to A.B. Berry, and a left-hand layup good off the dish from Hoskin to Holston. Bland in the corner to Johnson the third, back to Bland. Daniels left wing, guarded by Tyrese Berry. Bounce pass to Ty Bland. Bland will look to drive. Through the contact, can't score. Ball's tipped up again. Bland with the offensive rebound. Putback's no good. And a rebound for York. Bland caught himself too far under the basket that time.
Yeah, great energy though, and Bland has gave the Braves a lift off the bench and just getting better here down the stretch.
12-8, York leads Ottawa, 13-10 to go first half. Ottawa's going to double team. They'll throw it down low to Berry. Kick it right side, driving inside Banks. Driving Jai Jackson, and that's going to force a foul on Mallory. As Jackson was attacking into the body.
The good thing about York's offense right now, as they just passed up a wide open three there, they're being really patient and being very selective on their shots, which means that they are shooting at a very high percentage right now.
Yeah, York at 54% from the field. Lanier in the lane, layup's not going to go. Rebound by Ty Bland. Going the other way, Johnson the third left all alone. He'll shoot it off the mark. Rebound out to Sean Black. And then forcing the jump ball will be Jackson Mallory. It'll stay with Ottawa. Black, the 6'5" sophomore from Phoenix, Arizona, transferred from South Mountain Community College. Quickly inbound, finds Ty Bland. His three from straight away, no. Ottawa off the mark early on here from deep. They're 0-4, but they started 0-6 on Saturday. Ended up hitting 9 from deep.
They will continue to shoot them, so.
Bland will guard Hoskin. Right corner, finds Black. Out to Eric Lanier. He'll drive short corner, spins left side, picks up his dribble. In trouble there. Left side pass out to Tyrese Berry. Barry's jumper from 15, nothing but net. Largest lead of the first half here for York as they go up by 6, 14-8. 12-14 to go first half. Daniels on the wing, steps through, jump stop, goes through the hands of McDowell. It's a turnover. Out to Hoskin. Hoskin drives, steps through, blocked by Daniels as he got it from behind from Halstead. 3-on-1 for Ottawa. Jump stop in the lane. Good from Joe Johnson III. And Ottawa able to stop the 6-0 run. 14-10 York lead, 11:50 in the first half remaining.
Yeah, I think same thing happened down at Tabor. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Braves were on a drought. Joe Johnson came in and made a big shot, and Braves went on a run.
Yeah, it was 16-10 Tabor at the 10-minute mark of the first half, and Ottawa able to end up with over 40 points in the first. They're going to throw the lob inside to Black. It's going to work. No, it's going to be blocked from behind. Can Ottawa keep it alive? They can. Johnson the third able to save it. Now Bland the other way in the short corner finds Daniels. Back to McDowell. Johnson to Daniels. Great ball movement. Can they hit a three? No. 0-5 is Ottawa, but the open shots are there right now, Bruce.
Yep, that's great ball movement. The Braves are moving the basketball extremely well. Just got to get that feet set and trust their shot.
14-10, York leads Ottawa. 11:07 left first half. Black dribble handoff. Out to Hoskin, and he'll work back near midcourt, guarded by Bland. They're trying to force him on that left side. Backdoor cut to Black. He'll kick it in the corner. Barry for a three. Yes. Talked about Tyrese Barry's ability when he's confident, Bruce. There's not a spot on the floor he won't take that three.
That's true.
7-point lead for York, largest of the first half. Mallory in the corner. Skip past Johnson the third for a three from straight away. Yes. Open looks for Ottawa, first three of the game. They're now 1 of 7. Down by 4, 17-13. 10:25 to go in the half. Hoskins, handoff can be stolen away by Mallory. Inside Jackson, Mallory, layup's good in the foul. As Black caught him around the waist. And Mallory with a chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, just great read there by Mallory. You know, when point guards are in the open court like that, they are taught to continue to attack until someone stops the basketball. York never did that. Jackson makes a good read, play through the contacts and finishes.
Subs here for York. Everyone else off the bench from that starting five minus. I believe Jai Jackson's in there too. So it's Hoskin who will not be on the floor. King, Banks, Lanier, and Jackson. They're joined by Tyrese Barry. Mallory for the three-point play. No. Long rebound. Finds the hands of Davey Banks. 17-15. York leads Ottawa. 10:15 to go first half. Banks keeps the dribble, guarded by Mallory. Ottawa will switch. Mallory trying to stay inside with King. We'll kick it back out to Banks. Banks inside in the lane trying to score, fouled, and the bucket. So they'll return the favor.
Yeah, nice patient finish there by Banks.
Maybe a little bit of fatigue right there for Mallory. He's been on the floor for a good 5-6 minutes. Actually, I'm not sure he's checked out. I'll have to check that from when he started the game.
Yep, good point. I think you're right. So,
if anything, he's got a very short breather.
Yep. Ian Moore's back on the floor, and that's good to see.
Three-point play finished by Banks as he shoots over 73%. It's back to a 5-point lead for York. We hit that midway point of the first half. Bounce pass to Carroll. Ottawa's getting open looks right now as they've been able to cut through that York zone. Carroll drives, kicks it inside to Mallory, and we're going to have a tripping violation here on York. Be the 4th team foul on the Panthers. Foul called on Tyrese Barry. Mallory will inbound it for the Braves, trailing by 5 to the right of the Ottawa basket. Mallory right side to Carroll. He'll swing it to the other side to Johnson. Joe, right side Carroll in the corner to Ian Moore. Carroll looks to cut into the zone, steps through, kicks it back out to Mallory. But it is a traveling violation on Carroll.
Yeah, rub that back foot there.
Braves turnovers. They've got 7 in the first half. Had only 11 total against Tabor on Saturday. 5-point lead for Tabor. They've led by as many as 7. Never trailed in this first half. Barry hands it off to Banks. Looks to cut inside. Picks up his dribble, finds King, and it goes through the hands of King, and then Moore commits the foul. He's going to shoot free throws.
King has been very, very active here in this first half for the freshman, and gives Braves an issue with his height and his athleticism. So a kid with great length, but also very mobile, and has been able to cut into the Braves defense.
King's first free throw good. He's shooting on the year at 60%. It's only a 16th free throw. Only averages 4 points a game, but early on, he's got 3 points. Second's good as well. It's a 7-point lead for York. 9:25 to go in the first half. Mallory takes over at the right wing. Skip pass finds Ian Moore. He steps into a three. No. Rebound was loose. It's picked up by York. We'll go the other way with Tyrese Berry. Braves shooting the basketball at 35%. York still at 52%. Berry goes baseline. They'll kick it in the corner. Daniels tries to save it. It's right into the hands of A.B. Banks. Shot's going to be blocked and then knocked out of bounds by Ottawa. They'll stay with York with 11 on the shot clock. 8:56 left in the first half. Officials chatting. Head coach Aaron Siebenthal was talking to the officials there at the end of that play.
I think they're talking about maybe shot clock. Yep.
I'm not sure did Ottawa ever have possession there. Pretty interesting. Hoskin will return for York. Stepping off will be Eric Lanier. Hoskin back at that point position, guarded by Daniels. Hands it off right side to Berry. Deep three for Tyrese Berry, long, and the rebound to Mallory, but it's knocked out of his hand. It'll stay Ottawa basketball. .8:41 to go. York leading Ottawa 22-15. Sound like a broken record, like the women have. The last few games, the men have had some very slow starts as well offensively.
Yeah, you're right.
Daniels, baseline. He'll bounce pass in the corner to Moore. He stepped out of bounds first.
Yeah.
Left his feet early. Had Moore in the corner, and I don't think Ian Moore's okay, Bruce. He's really struggling, and that's going to force an Ottawa timeout. They trail by 7 with 8 minutes and 29 seconds to go in the first half. 30-second timeout. You listen to Ottawa University Braves basketball on KLF.
It's never too late to become who you're supposed to be. However, sometimes you may need a little help. Ottawa University can get you there. Their faculty and staff are dedicated to preparing graduates for a lifetime of significance. With dozens of degree programs, including accounting, engineering, human services, and marketing, as well as graduate degrees in business administration and education, Ottawa University will prepare you for whatever or whoever you want to be. Don't wait. Get started today. Find out more by visiting online at ottawa.edu.
Bruce, we played just over 11 minutes here, and Braves have turned it over 8 times. A team that really doesn't turn the ball over much at all. Coming into this one at 14 a game, and taking care of the basketball has to be number one priority. I know they're running the zone, but you shouldn't have this many turnovers at this point.
Yeah, it's got to be frustrating for Coach Seeds and his staff right now, the Braves, with those 8 turnovers. The first few, I wasn't too upset about because they were those unselfish turnovers, but they have snowballed here against that zone, and the Braves are really out of sync, just trying to attack the baseline and coming up on short on what they truly want to do with it. So I would like to see them come to a nice jump shot, maybe reverse pivot, and look something back on the backside of that zone too as well.
Ottawa's going to go with some full court pressure. Coming to get it is Jai Jackson, then he'll go back in the corner to Berry. Jackson at midcourt. Ottawa trying to double team. Works back to Berry at midcourt with just crossing there with 1 second. Not sure he saw the shot clock or realized where midcourt was on that arrowhead. Hoskin at the elbow, backdoor cut to King. He's caught under the bucket. Can he lay it in? He can. As it looks like that ball was on the cylinder when Banks got a piece of it. Officials say otherwise. It's a 9-point York lead, 24-15. Carroll, right wing out to Mallory. Goes back to Carroll. Left wing pass to Moore. Mallory top of the key. Works back to the right wing. 7:47 to go in the half. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Mallory goes back to Carroll. Middle of the floor, and Perry's going to travel.
Yeah. Coach Seeds is calling out a play, and the Braves are not on the same page. So when that happens, uncertainty happens with that basketball and forces Carroll to turn it over once again.
9th turnover of the half on Ottawa. Hoskin dribbles into the left corner. Ottawa switches as they'll go to King, now back to Hoskin. Ottawa switches. Now you've got a big man. It doesn't matter. Ottawa gets the steal from Ian Moore. Moore picks up his dribble in the lane. He'll leave it with Mallory. Left side out to Daniels. He'll step into a three on the wing. No. Long rebound. Carroll had a good jump on it, but it caught the backside of the rim. Pass can be tipped and stolen away by Ottawa as it goes to Jackson Mallory. Here's Perry Carroll. Right-hand layup's not going to be good. Ball's loose as Mallory goes over the top. We're going to call a foul as Mallory hit the deck hard. And nothing going Ottawa's way right now.
No, just inconsistent play on both ends right now. Turnovers, out of sync offensively. Braves just got to use their experience and their leadership here to just chip away at this lead.
Mallory has to check out with 2 fouls with 7:05 remaining in the half. Johnson III will come in. 24-15 York, their largest lead of the first half. Lanier, right side to King. Back to Lanier. Go down low in the short corner, trying to attack and score. Unable to do it that time as the freshman Jackson. Daniels gets the rebound. Here's Jaquan in the lane, looking to score off the glass. No. First action in the left wing. Thought about the handoff. Can't get it to anyone, so he has to pick up his dribble. King, top of the key. As Johnson III is currently guarding King. Ottawa's going to try and lob it inside and try and take it away from King. Can't get it to him. Lanier in the lane trying to score off the glass. It's no good. Ottawa got the rebound. And now they're going to say shot clock violation.
Again, the rule that I would like to see changed because of that reason. Allows the defense to get set. Braves should be awarded for their great defensive effort. And
one thing we're having to see here, Bruce, is Andre Jackson playing the 5, and just something where you don't, with the speed and pace that York's playing at, just might not feel as comfortable putting a freshman on the floor and Tristan Turner. As Moore in the right wing right now finds Johnson III in the corner for a 3. Yes. We're going to get a full timeout here from York as Joe Johnson III gets Ottawa within 6. It's 24-18 York. 6 minutes to go in the first half. It's a full timeout. You're listening to Ottawa Braves basketball on KOFO.
Great Life Golf and Fitness is a proud supporter of OU Braves basketball, and they support you in your goal to live and play better. The Great Life state-of-the-art fitness facility in downtown Ottawa is accessible 24 hours a day. Find out more by visiting greatlifegolf.com. Proud to be your golf and fitness community partner, Great Life Golf and Fitness.
This is Eric Price, funeral director at Lamb Roberts Funeral Home in Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook. Our staff knows the importance of working as a team to take care of you in your time of need. We want to show the youth in our communities that we support their teamwork as well by sponsoring this broadcast. I invite you to visit lamb-roberts.com.
It's never too late to become who you're supposed to be. However, sometimes you may need a little help. Ottawa University can get you there. Their faculty and staff are dedicated to preparing graduates for a lifetime of significance. With dozens of degree programs, including accounting, engineering, human services, and marketing, as well as graduate degrees in business administration and education, Ottawa University will prepare you for whatever or whoever you want to be. Don't wait. Get started today. Find out more by visiting online at ottawa.edu.
York leads Ottawa 24-18. 6 minutes to go in the half. Ottawa 6-21 from the field as they are 1 of 9 from 3. York 10 of 21 at 47%. Ottawa almost gets the steal on the inbound, but now it's a 3-on-2. King inside, right-hand layup good as Ian Moore looked like he was going to get the steal there. Instead, it turned into a 3-on-2 and an easy layup.
Yeah, tough luck there.
Johnson III on the wing, thought about the 3, instead he'll attack. Kicked it over to Carroll, back to Johnson III. Here's Andre Jackson in the lane, trying to go over the top. Kicks to Ian Moore, up top to Carroll, almost turns it over. Here's Perry in the lane, steps through, stolen away. Hoskin read it. They were trying to find Johnson III in the corner.
Yeah, it's always tough when you leave your feet to make a pass, and you only have one option, is to get rid of it. So
5:23 to go in the half. 26-18 lead. Backdoor cut and off the glass, unable to score that time for York was Jackson. Here comes Jaquan Daniels. He lost it off the leg of A.B. Banks. It'll stay with Ottawa, though.
Almost a turnover there again. Braves got lucky.
Inbound will be Perry Carroll for Ottawa to the right of the Ottawa basket, and they'll go all the way near midcourt to Daniels. Left wing out to Ian Moore, back to Daniels. He finds Joe Johnson III. Screen there for Joe. Right side pass to Ian Moore for three. Yes! First triple for Ian Moore tonight. And for Ottawa, their third make. They're 3 of 11. Find themselves down by 5 and probably their worst first half of the season.
Yeah.
4:50 to go, and Ottawa needing some energy in the building, too. Right side, Jai Jackson goes right by Ian Moore. Right-hand layup's not there, and then a late whistle. It's going to send Jackson to the line for free throws, but they're really trying to ISO Ian Moore right now as you see him limping. Continuing to adjust on that left leg.
Yeah, the York Panthers are just like we talked about here in the pregame show, just really athletic at all 5 spots. Even with the freshman King in the middle, that has caused matchup problems with McDowell and Turner, and it's having the Braves have to play a different way here on both ends of the floor. So Braves are going to have to figure out one possession at a time.
Jackson with a make on his first of 2. They'll miss the second, though, as York had already sent their defense to the other end. It's 27-21, York leading Ottawa. Bland into the game now for Carroll. Ottawa working it around the top of the key. Bland, left wing, goes by Lanier. He's double teamed, kicks it out to Jackson. Skip pass finds Moore in the corner. Bounce pass to Jaquan Daniels, spinning right, then left. Bounce pass to Bland, to Johnson III. Step back 3 from Joe. Yes! Second triple for Joe Johnson III as Ottawa's cut it to 3 with 4:10 to go in our first half.
Just great possession there, execution, precise on the passing.
Johnson III with 11 of Ottawa's 24. Lanier, left side out to Hoskin. They're going to lob it down low. Ottawa miscommunication, should have been a steal. Turns into a layup for York. It was thrown into 3 Ottawa players on a lob pass that King had already left. Instead, Eric Lanier picks up the trash and lays it in. Moore to Johnson III. Joe looking to drive, leaves it with Ty Bland. Up top to Daniels. Daniels in the corner. Johnson III, can he do it again? 4-3. You betcha! Joe Johnson III with 14 in the first half. And he's cut the York lead down to 2, 29-27.
The Ottawa microwave is warming up.
14 for Joe. Banks. Right side pass to King. On the wing, it finds Barrett. Driving Hoskin in the lane, easy lay-in, and Ottawa trying to hand off the defensive assignment that time as I think Bland got a little confused. In the corner, Daniels for a 3 this time, no. Rebound for York. Ottawa 5 of 14 from 3. 2:49 to go in the half, 4-point lead for York. Michael King leading the way with 8 points for the Panthers. Here's A.B. Berry picking up his dribble. It goes off the foot of a Brave, and it'll go out of bounds. Back into the game will be Tyrese Berry, along with Dylan Holston. King and Banks take a seat. King will inbound it for York. All the way up top to Hoskin. Looks like he traveled, took a couple extra steps there as that he was working back towards the timeline. Bounce pass to Halston. Left wing to Hoskin. No look to drive, pick up his dribble. Skip pass in the corner to Berry for 3, yes.
Man, good center, great pass, great skip pass.
Tyrese Berry with 8. Daniels backdoor cut to Andre Jackson. Layup's not going to go. And credit that time to the freshman Jackson, Jai Jackson for York for altering Andre Jackson's shot, who right now just 2 points on 1 of 3 shooting for Ottawa. Jai Jackson looking to drive on Ian Moore. Gets down to the baseline in the lane, kicks it in the corner. Step back 3 for Hoskin. No. Rebound by Jaquan Daniels. Ottawa had cut it to 3, but York now up by 7. Here's Andre Jackson back to Daniels. Johnson looking to cut, kicks it back to Daniels. Daniels in the lane, goes through the hands of Andre Jackson on the dish. And 11 turnovers.
Well, again, unlucky, but unselfish turnover there. Braves just got to execute.
7-point lead for York, 1:35 to go in the half. Jai Jackson on the right wing, screen there by Lanier. Halstead. Pass left side to Hoskin in the lane. And a reach and foul on Ottawa. That'll be the 16th foul as Ian Moore caught him. .122 to go in the half. We'll see Mason McDowell come in for Ottawa. Check in for Ian Moore. He picks up his second. So Mallory and Moore both with 2 fouls.
Yeah. Good sub by Coach Steves. Good matchup here for McDowell.
Bounce pass to Lanier. His layup's good in the foul. He just beat Andre Jackson down the baseline, and it's now the largest lead of the game for York as they go up by 9.
Yeah, tough possession there for Jackson defensively. Usually don't have that many breakdowns with him defensively for the Braves, so tough possession.
Eric Lanier with 6 points. Make it 7. 10-point lead here for York. 1 minute and 10 seconds to go in the half. It has been all Panthers. Bland picks up his dribble. Skip pass, almost thrown into the York bench. Daniels in the corner. Out to Bland for 3. It's an air ball, but it goes through the hands of Jai Jackson. And it's off the freshman. And stay with Ottawa with 59.9 to go in the half. Carroll will check back in for Andre Jackson. Inbound will be from Bland. Goes to Carroll out on the left wing. Up top to Johnson the third. Straightaway 3 is going to be an air ball. It does draw a rim at the end, but Daniels tracks down the offensive board. Spinning baseline. Picks it out to McDowell. Can he hit a triple for Ottawa? Yes. Thought that one was going to bounce out, Bruce, but it dropped, and it's a 37-30 York lead. 41 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, anytime McDowell has the time to set up his feet like that, that's usually a free throw for him.
Going baseline, Ottawa triple teaming, leaving Tyrese Berry open. He's in the lane. His floater going to go. 39-30 lead here for York. Ottawa's going to hold for the final shot. Daniels at midcourt. Maybe the one positive for Ottawa is it doesn't look like that injury is really bothering Jaquan Daniels here in the first half.
Yeah, that's true.
That is probably the only positive. Is Johnson the third finds Bland down inside. He turns it over. Going the other way is Hoskins. They'll throw it with 1 second left in the half. It's going to go. New York will take an 11-point lead in a half, 41-30 over the Ottawa University Braves. You're listening to Ottawa University men's basketball on KOFO.
Great Life Golf and Fitness is a proud supporter of OU Braves basketball, and they support you in your goal to live and play better. The Great Life state-of-the-art fitness facility in downtown Ottawa is accessible 24 hours a day. Find out more by visiting greatlifegolf.com. Proud to be your golf and fitness community partner, Great Life Golf and Fitness.
Hindsight is 2020. 2020 was a brutal year with a lot we couldn't control. Pandemic, economy, unemployment. What can we control? Our job, our career. Don't look back with 2020 hindsight next year and see yourself in that 2020 job. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. You could start your new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months. Live online classes meet just twice a week. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
Advent Health Ottawa is keeping you safe by having all team members and visitors wear masks, practice social distancing strategies, taking temperature checks, and utilizing enhanced deep cleaning procedures. Your assistance and understanding are greatly appreciated because at Advent Health Ottawa, nothing is more important than you.
You can just about hear that cold Kansas winter wind blowing, and you're going to want to make sure your heater is working this winter. The best way to do that is call the pros at Adamson Brothers at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
This is Craig Dingle of Dingle & Son Mortuary. All of our locations sell monuments. We have talented people who are experts in bringing your ideas to life to help you create the monument you envision. The possibilities are unlimited.
Dingle & Son Mortuary, 785-242-2323.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
As a minimalist, paying less for insurance is more.
Nice place. Is your house a bubble?
It's a dome. I find corners unnecessary.
At Liberty Mutual, that's how we feel about overpaying for insurance.
But I do miss having shelves.
What would you put on them?
Nothing, obviously.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Welcome back to Wilson Fieldhouse, and York finishes the half with a layup at the buzzer that is good after they checked it out to see. Officials did confirm, Bruce, it's an 11-point lead at the break, and not a lot of positive things you can say about that first half for the Braves.
Yeah, just really rough from the start. Key stat, just the turnovers. 12 turnovers for the Braves. They're already more than halfway there to their average. Not shooting the basketball extremely well. 36% from the field. It's just not typical Braves basketball. There's times where there's great ball movement, but the Braves are just not knocking down wide open shots. Turnovers, empty possessions. This is what happens here at the half, is being down 11 when Braves aren't playing up to their typical potential.
Well, one thing that we always hear from Coach Siebenthal is that he doesn't care about the turnovers as long as that doesn't have an effect on the defensive end, and that's the difference in the game. I mean, you've got 12 turnovers that have turned into 13 York points, and the lead at half is 11.
Yeah, and like we talked about, what York is doing a great job of is selecting great shots. Shot selection is phenomenal. They're shooting 55% right now here on the road. So just great execution by the Panthers. You get great shooting, then you're taking those turnovers and turning them into enhanced scoring points. Man, this gets you an 11-point lead on the defending KCAC champions.
Well, the worrying thing for me, Bruce, at 55%, they're 60-29, but only have taken 4 threes. They've hit 2 of them. That's telling me they're getting a lot of looks from inside the paint, from inside 10 feet. They've got some good mid-range shooters, but what they have is athleticism, the ability to finish from inside 5 feet, and they've been able to get there whenever they want.
Yeah, they're just playing with great energy, and they're doing everything that they need to do here on the road to be up by 11. So that coaching staff has got to be pleased on where they're at. But I'm sure they're not satisfied. They're going to say, hey, we need a lot more of that here in the second half. Continue to be very active in the zone, close out on those three-point shooters, make them put it on the floor and force them into bad decisions. And that has worked for them thus far here in the first half.
Well, and you mentioned, the zone, something Ottawa hasn't seen a whole lot this year. Teams that played it against them a year ago went away from it pretty quick when Ottawa hit 5, 6, 7, 8 threes on them. But when you have a 7, 8, 9-point lead, you feel okay running that zone as long as you want. Yeah. Especially when you go 6 of 17, you miss 11 threes, and then you turn those into fast break.
Exactly. And, when coaches aren't afraid to play a zone against a three-point shooting team, what you're doing is you're mentally playing with that offense's, key of thinking. Braves know that they love to shoot the three, but majority of their open looks comes off that dribble penetration by Carroll or getting stops on the defensive end. Right now, they're not getting stops to create those scoring opportunities in transition. Their defense is really going to have to come out and really flip the script here in order them to get on a nice little run here to get themselves back in the basketball game.
One thing I wonder coming into this one, Bruce, is an emotional win on Saturday over Tabor. Ottawa has really struggled on the road this year, winning that game 2-6. Felt like Tabor was in control really to those final minutes until Carroll took over. Seemed like tonight Ottawa was just kind of expecting Carroll or Daniels or someone else to make a play right now. Instead of, I know they made some extra passes here and there, but a lot of standing around, a lot of energy used on Saturday. And with a quick turnaround, the team that lost by 25 on Saturday seems to be the one that wants it a little more.
Yeah, that's the key thing that I like that what you said there is other Braves are waiting, for someone to make a play. And, Carroll's not playing up to his potential right now. He should be able to get it going. But until Joe Johnson really inserted himself there in the first half, that was the Braves' lift. So the Braves are really going to have to continue to play as a team, continue to share the basketball, but must do a better job of executing offensively. And I would love to see that defense intensity to get more stops to get out and run in transition.
We're going to take an extended break. You're listening to Ottawa Braves basketball on KOFO.
It's never too late to become who you're supposed to be. However, sometimes you may need a little help. Ottawa University University can get you there. Their faculty and staff are dedicated to preparing graduates for a lifetime of significance. With dozens of degree programs, including accounting, engineering, human services, and marketing, as well as graduate degrees in business administration and education, Ottawa University will prepare you for whatever or whoever you want to be. Don't wait. Get started today. Find out more by visiting online at ottawa.edu.
Have you heard the news? The ORC is now offering Zumba on Monday nights. Zumba will give you a total workout combining all elements of fitness, cardio, muscle conditioning, balance, and flexibility. We are accepting in-person and online registrations, so get signed up today. Ottawa Recreation Commission, bringing recreation to life.
When it comes to medication, help with Medicare, orthotic footwear, delivery, or just taking care of a refill, your health is our priority at Kramer Pharmacy. Stop in today at 134 South Main in downtown Ottawa. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday 9 to 2.
Let's get back to business with Local IQ. Get the power of a national expert marketing team combined with deep roots in 260 communities, making them the partner you need to jumpstart your journey to full recovery. Results matter now more than ever, and Local IQ provides uniquely engaged local audiences, industry-leading technology, intelligent creative design, deep digital marketing expertise, and insights from partnering with hundreds of thousands of businesses nationwide. Talk to Stephen Bradley, your local IQ marketing expert today at 785-242-4700, extension 108.
You took an antacid, and now your frequent heartburn's back. Stop heartburn before it begins with Prilosec OTC. Its unique delayed release formula blocks heartburn at the source for 24 hours, so you can extinguish heartburn before it starts. Make the switch to Prilosec OTC today and live heartburn free. Prilosec OTC. 1 pill a day, 24 hours, 0 heartburn. It's possible while taking Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
Today on Hey Culligan, cleaner, safer drinking water. We got Chris in Cleveland.
Hey Culligan, I have a water pitcher. Is that safe?
Basic water pitchers are, let's say, passable, but a Culligan reverse osmosis system can do way more and help reduce lead, arsenic, something called pesticide runoff.
Hey Culligan?
Yeah, Chris?
I'll take one of those reverse
osmosis to get the mostest out of your drinking water? Chris, we're already on the way. Let us help you out with a free in-home water test with a local Culligan water expert at Culligan.com.
Safe, secure, strong. We're rock solid. Kansas State Bank. A better way to bank with community people you know. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
No matter the brand, Adams & Brothers can prepare your home comfort system for the cold Kansas winter ahead. Call them today, 785-242-9273. Adams & Brothers, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
It's been a trying year for parents. They've been confronted with countless challenges and have always risen to the occasion. If it isn't too much to ask, the 104,000 high school student athletes in Kansas have one last request.
Please, set an example.
Disorderly fan conduct at high school athletic events is on the rise. It increasingly involves parents. There's no question that parents are passionate. There's no question they care about their children. But at a time when we're all wound a little more tightly than usual, it's worth remembering this about Kansas high school sports. Always be a good example. Stop unruly fan behavior before it starts.
This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
When you have an emergency, who do you call? 911. What do you do if you're unable to speak during your emergency? You text to 911. Franklin County Emergency Communications Center has recently added text to 911 technology as part of the new 911 phone system. Cell phone users can use their phone messaging system to text 911 to contact local dispatch. Phones must have a text or data plan in order to use this service, and phones in roaming mode, text apps, or apps messaging services cannot use this feature. It is important to note, dispatch is unable to determine your location while using this service, so always know your location and include that in your initial text. Remember, if you're able to place a voice call, we're able to help you more quickly. But in the event you are unable to speak, text to 911 will still allow us to get the information we need. Call if you can, text if you can't. For more information, go to kansas911.org or 911.gov. This message has been brought to you by the Franklin County Emergency Communications Center and KOFO.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
York leading at the half, 41-30 over Ottawa. Look at first half stats. York 17 of 30 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, as they forced 12 Ottawa turnovers, resulting in 15 points. Leading scorer in that first half, Tyrese Berry, 10 points on 4 of 5 shooting. Eric Lanier with 6. Keon Hoskin with 6. Guy Jackson with 5. Dylan Holston with 3. Michael King with 8. A.B. Banks with 3. As Tree Burke's team takes a 11-point lead in the second half. For Ottawa, leading scorer in that first half, Joe Johnson, the third, scores 14, 5 of 8 shooting, 4 of 7 from 3, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. Jackson Mallory with 4. Mason McDowell with 3. Andre Jackson, 2. Ian Moore with 5. Perry Carroll with 2. Quan Daniels did not score in the first half, but had 4 boards. As Ottawa, unfortunately, right now, Bruce finds themselves down by 11. Where does it start for you? Does it have to be on the offensive side or defensive?
I'm saying defense right now. So in terms of, getting stops, getting out in transition, and getting down the floor before York gets that 2-3 zone set up. So the York has been able to shoot at a higher percentage, which means that allows them to set their defense. The Braves have not been very successful here against that zone. So if they can get stops and be able to score before that defense gets set up, man, that's going to get their offense going and maybe make York change what they're doing defensively.
Bruce, it's, with the unique scheduling this year, you're not getting your normal Wednesday, Saturday games, so throwing in these Mondays. And Ottawa, not the only team that's struggling tonight. Tabor falls to St. Mary, 78-72. St. Mary was winless on the year. So that's a big loss there for Tabor. Of course, York leading here. Southwestern currently trailing in their matchup against Avila, 29-28. That one up in Kansas City. Oklahoma Wesleyan in a dogfight with Friends with 8.5 minutes to go. Just a 3-point lead, 59-56. On the women's side, Oklahoma Wesleyan beats Friends 71-57. Ottawa defeats York 73-60. And Southwestern over Avila 53-43. Sterling barely winning over Bethel 70-68. And you know as much as anybody that some of these odd midweek games, kind of when you're used to practicing and having days off, if you sleep for a second, you're going to find yourself with an L.
Yeah. The big thing about college athletes, routine is sometimes really, really big. And, when you're used to having that Sunday off, if you have to come in with an hour and a half game prep and film to go Monday, man, it's really going to throw you off mentally. And it's showing here tonight here in Wilson Fieldhouse for both men and women's basketball teams.
One thing that is definitely in jeopardy tonight is Ottawa's 4-game winning streak at home. They are 33-5 at home since 2017-18 and 8-1 in Wilson Fieldhouse this year. That lone loss coming to McPherson back on December 14th, so have been undefeated in this building in 2021. Definitely in jeopardy as we'll start the second half with Keon Hoskin getting the basketball, still guarded by Andre Jackson. They'll look to attack. Ottawa not stopping his dribble. Kick it in the corner. 3-pointer for York on the way off the front rim. Rebound getting up in the hands of the Panthers, but it's knocked out of bounds by A.B. Banks. Their starters in the second half, King, Banks, Lanier, Hoskin, and Jackson. So they're starting 5 for Ottawa. Carroll, Moore, Jackson, Mallory, and McDowell. Ottawa quickly going to Andre Jackson. They'll kick it out to Mallory. Back to Ian Moore. He'll step into a 3. It's short. And after getting rolling up that ankle or that right knee or that left knee, Bruce, it's been really tough for Ian Moore to really get off on that leg.
Yeah, he just rushed that shot there. Was surprised he was that open.
And that's got to be a travel. It's not. They're going to say Hoskin able to put the ball on the floor. He even thought he traveled. He was already going back to the other side of the floor. Hoskin going to take the jumper at the elbow and a whistle and an offensive foul. Yeah. It's going to be an illegal screen on Michael King. Yeah. Not often you see the dribbler just basically turn around and go the other way. Luckily, he didn't leave the ball there.
Yeah, absolutely. Official, I think he knew that he missed that one, and I think he got his butt chewing, and he's going to move on.
That's 9 turnovers on York, but Ottawa not taking advantage. Only 7 points, and just like that, Ottawa turns it over. Hoskin going the other way. Right-hand layup's good. 13-point lead for York. Largest of the game. Ottawa's going to turn it over. I think, no, it is going to be last touch by York as Jai Jackson got a piece of it. 18:49 to go. 43-30. The lead right now for York over Ottawa. As Perry Carroll will come and get the basketball between the circles. Left wing out to Mallory. In the corner to Andre Jackson. Inside to McDowell. His shot blocked from behind and out of bounds. And when you get blocked by a 5'10" guard, which to be fair, he never saw him, but still it's a situation where Mason actually got fouled. Excuse me. I thought it was a...
Yeah.
Everyone in the building thought it was a block, but Mason going to the line for free throws.
There you go. Yeah, you still want him to be aggressive there, play through the play with two hands, and maybe get a three-point play there.
Free throw good for Mason McDowell. First half, Mason 3 points, just took one shot, no boards. But Ottawa did out-rebound York in the first half, 20-17. Just definitely didn't feel like it. And second free throw is no good. Braves have only taken 5 free throws. They're 3 of 5, make it 3 of 6 now.
Yeah.
18:30 to go. 12-point lead for York. Driving inside is Hoskin. Ottawa still not stopping his dribble. He misses the shot. Ottawa does get the rebound. Here comes Perry Carroll the other way. Carroll with A.D. Banks on his back, lays it in. And Carroll with 4 points, trying to get Ottawa going. It was ability to get to the rim on the road on Saturday. It ended up being the reason Ottawa won that game.
Yeah, Braves got to stop, got out in transition, and got to score before they set their defense. They got to continue to do that.
King right wing to Jai Jackson. His jumper from 15 is an air ball. Mallory gets the board. Carroll will go the other way with it for the Braves. Perry kicks it in the corner to Mallory. And McDowell for 3, no. Rebound on the floor, and now a run the other way, 2-on-2 with Barry. Banks layup good, no good, but he's going to be fouled by Carroll. And that is almost feels like a 5-point play or a 5-point potential swing there. Missed the open 3, which Braves 6 of 18 on the night.
Yeah.
Maybe a situation McDowell wasn't expecting that pass there from Ian Moore.
Yeah, great stop. Braves did a great job of pushing in transition there, and maybe didn't get the best shot that they could have taken to take advantage of that possession.
Banks' first free throw is good. Ottawa won all 3 games against York a year ago, but the one up in York, a close matchup. First one, or the one at the end of the season, Ottawa able to run away with that game. And then the quarterfinal matchup in the KCAC tournament, one that was much closer than the scoreboard really showed. Ottawa came away with an 18-point win, but it was really a game in doubt until the final 7 or 8 minutes. I can tell you, Deontay Barnes, probably one of the best big men in the KCAC last year, as Perry Carroll will shoot the 3-pointer, and he'll bury it, get Ottawa within 9 at 45-36 with 17:23 to go. And Perry's got 7 in the game. He did score 28 in the second half on Saturday. Backdoor cut, they'll find Eric Lanier. I think he traveled, Bruce, but it doesn't matter. As McDowell fouls him, and then Lanier's going to get a 3-point play opportunity.
Yeah, I think they're going to say the bump caused him to travel while he was moving in the air, and does a great job of finishing on that reverse there.
Ottawa really has not made York uncomfortable at all on the defensive end tonight. I know they've turned it over 9 times, but this is a team that comes in averaging 16 turnovers a game.
Yeah, they're really settled in offensively and doing a great job of executing against the Braves still here on the start of the second half.
12-point lead for York, 17-10 remaining. Mallory at the point now. Finds Moore. That pass tipped right back to Mallory. They're going to go to Jackson in the short corner. He'll look to drive, kick it out to McDowell. Right side, Carroll again for a 3. Shot is blocked, and York can go the other way with it with Eric Lanier. Bounce pass in the corner, finds Hoskin. Bounce pass inside, and the shot's going to be no good as it actually goes off the head of King after he runs into Mason McDowell.
Yeah. Looks kind of scary there too. Thought he may have rolled his ankle or just a little unorthodox there for the freshman.
Braves now 13 turnovers. 16:43 to go. Carroll has Ottawa just trying to work through this zone right now. Skip pass is going to find Ian Moore. But quickly, they'll step out on him. McDowell inside finds Andre Jackson. Right-hand layup good. 10-point lead for York, 16:25 to go.
I like that option with McDowell there in the middle. Just use his height and his passing ability to find the other Braves.
Ottawa really hasn't used a high post much in this zone.
True.
Today, here's King with a jumper banked off the backboard. It's no good. Rebound out to Perry Carroll. Carroll in transition has King on his back. It's no good as he hits the deck hard. No whistle. Ball still on the floor, and now it's a 2-on-1. Hoskin with the lob. It's going through the hands of the York Panther, and a turnover to Ottawa. Here's Moore in the corner to Carroll. He'll step back for a three. Yes. And it's down to a 7-point York lead with 15:49 to go after back-to-back threes from Perry Carroll. Cuts the lead down to 7. It's a 30-second timeout here from York. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves basketball on KOFO.
Great Life Golf and Fitness is a proud supporter of OU Braves basketball, and they support you in your goal to live and play better. The Great Life state-of-the-art fitness facility in downtown Ottawa is accessible 24 hours a day. Find out more by visiting greatlifegolf.com. Proud to be your golf and fitness community partner, Great Life Golf and Fitness.
When your peace on earth is interrupted by an accident, let CarStar give you peace of mind with iCar Gold Class service. We'll file your claim, take care of the repair, and have you back on the road in no time. CarStar, relax. We'll take it from here. Call 242-8916.
Perry Carroll now with 10 points, Bruce, 8 in the second half, and Ottawa maybe a little bit of life there.
Yeah, if we can get Perrill playing at the level he's been playing all last week, and most of the time, the second halves have been really huge for him. So kind of a little cherry pick play there, but we'll take that three-pointer to get Braves within 7 here.
York with 3 turnovers here in the second half already. Ottawa's only turned that into 3 points, that last 3 from Carroll. Like it when Ottawa can get out in transition a little bit. I know York is trying to lull you into a half-court game right now. They're not very deep overall, going farther into their bench, and you feel like if Ottawa can turn the intensity up and get the energy there, they're going to have a really good chance down the stretch. Only a 7-point game, 15:49 to go, but Ottawa really has not been within 5 points since back in the first half.
Yep.
Screen here for Jackson, set by King. Lanier left wing, out to Hoskin. Bounce pass to King. Off the screen to A.B. Banks. Banks going to get another screen. He'll bounce pass out to Lanier. Lanier in the lane, stops. Bounce pass down the baseline to Banks. He'll kick it in the corner to Hoskin. Back to Banks. Step back 3 from A.B. Banks off the front rim. Rebound finds Andre Jackson for OU. Carroll, little hesitation. Kicks it out to McDowell. He'll step into a 3 for straightaway. You betcha! Ottawa within 4.
Well,
Braves 9 of 23 from deep.
Yeah, Braves getting those stops again. Get the ball to Carroll as quick as you can, and he's going to guarantee you some instant offense if you let him get in the open floor.
Ottawa on a 14-7 run. Hoskin pass inside, and King might have traveled. And still no jump ball, and then we get one. It's going to be Ottawa possession. King was in there for a long time.
Yeah, it took a while for him to make that call.
Into the game for York will be Dylan Holston. Quan Daniels will come in along with Joe Johnson III. Moore and Mallory will sit. Joe with 14 in the first half for the Braves. Inbound will find Carroll. He'll talk to McDowell as they walk the other end of the floor. Back into the game for York will be Tyrese Berry. Leading scorer in the first half. He had 10. Bounce pass to Carroll. Back to Jackson. He'll look to drive on Lanier. In the lane, Andre Jackson's in trouble. Has to go back out to Carroll on the wing. Perry through the contact. He can't score. Offensive rebound. Put back though by McDowell. And Ottawa's cut it to a 2-point deficit as Ottawa on a 16-7 run. Start the second half. Dribble handoff finds Eric Lanier. He's got Johnson on him. Picks up his dribble. Gonna go left wing to Jai Jackson. Bounce pass. Gonna be taken away by Jaquan Daniels, and then committing the foul the other way will be Hoskin. Try to prevent the dunk.
Yeah.
And after that play, Jaquan Daniels holding both ankles.
Yeah.
And I mean, he got hooked around the arm, Bruce.
Didn't look like there was too much contact below that.
Maybe just put in an awkward position, but now hands on knees is now the officials trying to talk about it. That's the third team foul on York. That foul went on Hoskin, his first personal. 14:05 left. It's 48-46 York, but Ottawa able to get a sub in here with Ty Bland. Ottawa has never led in this game. Now Perry Carroll for three again. It's halfway down and out. That looked good.
Yes, it did.
They're going to make Ty Bland guard Hoskin. Ottawa will switch. He'll guard Barry. Barry in the lane. Shot. Floater good over the top of Mason McDowell. Lead back to 4, 50-46 York. Foul line extended. Right wing out to Ty Bland. Back to Carroll. Daniels trying to attack, and Brucey just not sure if he's 100%. Bland, a little hesitation on the wing. He'll look to attack. Kicks it to Carroll in the corner. He'll find McDowell. Another three for Mace on the way. No. Long rebound finds Ty Bland. He'll kick it out to Carroll again for three on the wing. No. Rebound out to Hoskin.
Tough possession there for the Braves.
But again, open looks.
Yeah.
You know, you got to hit them when you get them. Braves 9 of 25 from three, and right now looking like they're trying to survive with the triple. Jai Jackson in rhythm for three, yes. Back to a 7-point lead. 12:50 to go. You just have those moments in games where you have to make shots, try and change the momentum, and pass knocked out of bounds. Carroll was looking for Daniels in the right corner. And Jaquan has to continue to stay within himself here, Bruce. He's 0 of 6 from the field, but he has to remind himself he's the best defender on this team.
Yeah, he's got to find other ways to impact the game right now, and defensively should be that part of the game. So hopefully he can just get himself out of this funk and give the Braves a lift.
Joe Johnson, the third for three, yes. He'll pick up where he left off in that first half. 17 for Joe. Is Ottawa back within 4. 12:25 to go. Bland will guard Hoskin. Hoskin going baseline. Lots of contact. He throws it out of bounds, but I'm going to say his last touch by Turner.
Yeah, good defense.
Freshman making a good play. I thought we were going to get a timeout there from Treeberg. He's just going to pick up the board and draw up something quick. Throw it near midcourt as Black back in the game. He was their second leading scorer on Saturday in that loss to Sterling Hoskin. Left side to Sean Black. Back to Hoskin. He shoots a three from deep. Off the front rim. Rebound finds Jaquan Daniels. He'll just keep it himself. Jaquan. Right side Joe in the corner. Ty Bland for a three this time. Yes! Ottawa with him one. 53-52.
Yeah, great unselfish play there by Joe Johnson. Hot from the three-point line, makes the extra pass, and Ty Bland knocks it down.
Hoskin, dribble handoff, Ottawa switches. Jackson, double team, leaves it inside to Black. He'll kick it in the corner to Barry. Barry, floater from 4, draws rim, that's it. Rebound by Ty Bland. Ottawa goes the other way, out to Jaquan Daniels. Daniels with the contact, and we're going to have a blocking foul. As it looked like Black might have been sitting just a tad, Bruce.
Yeah.
Right there on the left block.
That's one of those bang-bang plays, and most of the time in that situation, Jaquan did draw the contact, but the defense was a little under him, and the feet were still moving, and you have to protect the offensive player for sure.
Daniels to the line. Has not scored tonight. He's 0 of 6 from the field. First free throw, not in. Sometimes the free throw line can be the thing that breaks you out offensively, Bruce. And Braves tonight sitting 3 of 7 from the foul line, 11 of 28 from 3. Braves with a chance to tie it up since it was 0-0 with a free throw here. He'll miss it. Ball's tipped in the air. York gets the rebound. And then Ottawa commits the foul. And that's just a fresh mistake there by Tristan Turner.
Yeah. They call it on Carroll, wasn't it?
They did end up calling it on.
No, they called it on Tristan. Oh.
His second personal, second team foul. Right now, the body language for Jaquan Daniels of frustration.
Yeah.
1 point lead for York, 11:15 to go. Barry will be guarded by Johnson III. Joe staying right with him. Hoskin guarded by Daniels. Goes behind the back. Looking right side, leaves it with Eric Lanier. Back to Hoskin, 8 on the shot clock. Asking for a pick from Halstead, won't use it. Instead, he'll work to the right side, bounce pass to Halstead inside. He's gonna score off the glass.
Yeah, that's just a great read there by Hoskins to control that possession with his hesitation dribble and great finish.
3-point lead for York. Johnson the third going baseline to Daniels. He'll step through, and he's fouled on the way up by Halstead, I believe. Barry putting his hand in the air. It is going to go on him. Back to the line goes Jaquan Daniels. Second personal on Tyrese Berry. York still at 50% from the field, Bruce. They're 22 of 44. Daniels missing his first 2 free throws.
Yeah, York has remained consistent, in this game. Still doing what they're doing, playing extremely well, staying extremely well paced. And the Braves are itching at getting over the hump here and just need to take the lead at some point.
First free throw good for Daniels, so he is on the board. Jaquan second, good. 55-54 York, 10:37 to go, as Ottawa has never led in this game. It was 2-0 York, and then it went south from there for Ottawa, but right now just a 1-point deficit. And to start on the defensive end here in the second half, Black, left side. They'll kick it back to A.B. Banks, driving inside Sean Black, and he traveled. He did. Quick sub as Jai Jackson will come back in for Sean Black, the 6'5 sophomore from Phoenix, Arizona. 10:16 to go. 55-54, York leading. Back to the high post goes Mason McDowell as York continuing to stay in that zone. Bounce pass down low to Mason McDowell. He'll spin right, trying to work and float. It's no good. Situation where you try and want to go off the glass, I think there, Bruce.
Yeah, right shot selection there with the jump hook, but yeah, you're right. Definitely played off the glass for the bank.
9:50 left, 55-54, York leads Ottawa. Banks to Halstead, off the screen, driving baseline. It's Hoskin. Halstead with a 15-footer. He's feeling it, Bruce.
Big shot.
Big man gives York a 3-point lead again. Left wing out to Daniels. Back to Johnson the third. Joe thought about the 3. Doesn't take it this time. To McDowell. Inside to Mallory. He'll kick it out to Johnson the third on the bounce pass. 3 from Joe. It's long, and the rebound out to York. And they have numbers going the other way if they want. Derek Lanier dribbles out to the left wing. Halstead again, 15-footer from him, long, but an offensive rebound. No, Daniels able to rip it away. Here comes Quan the other way for OU. Down by 3. Can Mallory hit one? No, he'll slow it up. Instead, he'll go to Daniels. In the corner, Johnson the third by 1 defender. Back to Mallory, 4-3 on the way. No.
Oh, great look. Great ball movements. Man.
Ottawa 11 of 30 from 3, and we've seen these games where Ottawa goes for 30 to 40, and they never go well.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Probably has settled for the 3. Too much here.
Hoskin off the glass. No, Mallory had the board, lost it. Halstead got it back, and then Johnson the third will have it. Going the other way as it's knocked out of bounds by York. They try to find Daniels in transition. Subs for OU. Andre Jackson back into the game for Ty Bland. Someone else has got to come out for Ottawa. I mean, I guess you could try and play with 6 for a minute. Looks like Daniels will sit. Barry will come in for Hoskin. I assume his break will be about 15 seconds.
Yeah, right.
Inbound for Mallory as Ottawa trails 57-54. Here's Andre Jackson through the contact, scores over Halstead. It's about as easy as it gets for Andre Jackson, who now has 4. 57-56 York, 8:15 to play. Ottawa switches here, so now they're going to draw Jackson out near midcourt on Barry. Goes to Banks, right wing. Screen set by Halstead twice. They'll go bounce pass, almost a travel. Eric Lanier drives, gets the elbow, and he's going to travel himself. York commits turnover number 15. At half, they had 8. They've had 7 here in the second half.
Yeah, the Braves can score here and string together at 3 consecutive stops. I think that's what they're looking for defensively, just to get over the hump here.
57-56 the lead for York. Andre Jackson looking left side. He'll look to attack, kicks in the corner. Ian Moore for 3 this time. Yes! Ottawa's got their first lead of the game at 59-57. with 7:38 to go. Lanier, left wing, gets a screen from King. Halstead looking to the right wing, picks up his dribble where he finds Tyrese Berry. Berry off that screen, 15-footer, rises and scores, and just a pure shooter.
Yeah. Berry has been the calming force for the Panthers tonight.
Here's Ian Moore on the other end. He hits the deck hard after his shot as he tried to rise over Tyrese Berry. Has a word for the official. Berry, right wing, finds Jackson. Jackson looks to attack on McDowell. He gets under inside, shot's no good. Lanier gets the rebound, and they're going to call a foul on Ottawa as Eric Lanier goes back to the free throw line.
Don't think Ian Moore agreed with official on that call.
That's Ottawa's 4th team foul. 3 personal fouls now on Ian Moore. Lanier's free throw good. Carroll will come in for McDowell. Ottawa's going to go small, and they'll bring Hoskin into the game for York. He will get Holston. 60-59, York leads. One more free throw upcoming for Eric Lanier. Second's good. York leads 61-59, 6:56 to go. Mallory left side of the floor finds Carroll. Now back to Mallory. York stays in the zone. Jackson, right side pass to Mallory, finds Carroll. He'll look to drive, kicks it in the corner to Johnson III with 13 on the shot clock. Right side Mallory in the corner. Andre Jackson 4-3. It's an air ball. And the rebound for York.
Yeah, I think he changed his shot a little bit with the defender closing out on him. You just got to trust it and knock it down.
Tyrese Berry at midcourt. Right wing pass out to Jai Jackson. Gets the screen from Lanier. Up to King. Left wing Berry. King cutting to the bucket, gets inside the lane. He'll kick it right side to the jumper from 4 feet. Good as Hoskin will knock it down. Hard to catch a number there as there were 2 Braves in the way. Back to a 4-point lead. Mallory thought about the 3. They'll come back to Johnson III up top of the key. Joe picks up his dribble in trouble. Has to go back to Mallory. Left wing to Carroll. Back to Mallory with 15 on the shot clock. Johnson III from deep range, no good. Rebound pulled down by York. Ottawa's come up empty on their last 4 possessions.
Wow.
York leads Ottawa 63-59, 5:35 to go. Bounce pass left side to Keon Hoskin. King in the corner finds Tyrese Berry. Another 3 on the way. This time it's no good. Moore had the rebound, lost it, got it back. And Ottawa catches a huge break as Berry's been red hot. Carroll, right side, looks to attack. Back to Mallory. He steps into a 3 from straight away. No. Ottawa's missed 6 in a row from deep. They're now 12 of 35.
Yeah, I'd like for the Braves to try to work something and get something in the paint.
Ottawa trying to trap high. York will go down low to King. He lost the handle, got it back. And then ball was loose, and then King is going to commit the foul, I believe, on Joe Johnson. It might be the 16th foul on York.
Might have caught the back of Joe Johnson's shoe.
His face, yeah, I agree. So trainer Jen Rayburn will come over and take a look at Michael King. The stoppage might be what Ottawa needs right now, Bruce. A lot of hands-on hits, a lot of guys tired. But with 4 minutes and 57 seconds to go, it's a York 63-59 lead. After Ottawa took that 59-57 lead at the 7:38 mark, they have been unable to score almost 3 minutes.
Yeah, half of their shots at the 3-point line right now, and Braves going to have to get stops here and try to score something in transition. Maybe Carroll can get to the rim on a layup, but they need some easy buckets.
4:57 remaining as Michael King looks to be okay. And he will have to check out, so we'll see Dylan Holston check back in. This young York basketball team is basically dominated this game, Bruce.
Yeah.
And they've been down 1 time, and since that point, they've gone on another run.
Yeah, played loose for sure.
Moore, bounce pass, finds Joe Johnson III in the corner. And the zone has just caused Ottawa to play super slow. Here's Andre Jackson, and a reach-in foul. He's going to go to the line for 1 and 1.
Yeah, it's good for the Braves to get to the bonus there.
Braves have not been good from the free throw line. They're 5 of 10. Andre Jackson, 6 points, has not been to the free throw line today. 4 rebounds and 1 assist. He makes that one. Daniels back into the game for the Braves. Second one's good. Down to a 2-point deficit, 63-61. York leads Ottawa, 4:39 to go. Braves had a short lead of 2. Ottawa trying to trap inside. Lanier attacking. He's just going to fall down. And now they're going to call a foul on Ottawa. It's going to go on Carroll, his second, 15th foul. As Lanier just kind of kept leaning and leaning, waiting for the whistle.
Yeah.
We're going to throw it near midcourt to Barry. Almost lose it in the backcourt. Very close. He'll come away with it. Pick and roll coming with him and Lanier. Going baseline, Tyrese Barry off the glass, no good. Daniels had the board, lost it. Then somehow out of that pile comes Joe Johnson III in the corner. Here is the three-pointer, no good. And Carroll somehow rips it away. Here's Daniels, steps through, kicks it out, and it's stolen. And it's gonna be a run out here for Keon Hoskin with the layup. 65-61, York leads Ottawa. Joe Johnson III on the wing, back to Carroll, right wing out to Ian Moore. Back to Carroll from straight away for 3, no. Daniels gets the offensive rebound, putback's no good. Can't get the board as Lanier comes away with it. Daniels still without a field goal as he's 0 of 7. 3:38 to go, 4-point lead for York, 65-61. Jackson, guarded by Andre Jackson, goes to Lanier at midcourt. Leaves it with Tyrese Barry. Barry gonna get a screen from Holston. Ottawa switches, maybe a reach in there from Andre Jackson. Hoskin for 3, no good. Rebound by Andre Jackson for OU. Ian Moore looking to drive, gets inside, leaves it with Joe Johnson III, and York able to get back defensively. 3:04 to go. Andre Jackson works right side through Holston, bounce pass to Ian Moore in the corner. He'll take an 18-footer, no. And Ian Moore, 2 of 7.
Yeah.
York 65, Ottawa 61. Braves empty on their last 4 possessions.
Braves are in the bonus. They got to realize that. Get downhill, get something on-ball screen against the zone, and try to draw a foul.
Pick and roll, finds Lanier, top of the key, backdoor cut, off the glass, no good, but he's going to the line for 2 free throws as Keon Hoskin. Hoskin is 76% foul shooter. Not been to the free throw line today. 12 points and 11 rebounds for him. Long, deep breath there from Hoskin. Sophomore from Duncanville's free throw good.
He's had a really good game here tonight, Wilson Fieldhouse.
Only player on this team that averages double figures at 15 a night, almost 16 at 15.8. Second on the way for Hoskin, good. And it's 67-61 York, 2:35 to play. Ottawa finds themselves 12 of 36 from deep. In the corner, Ian Moore again for 3, no. York basically leaving Ian Moore open at this point.
Yeah.
2:20 to go. 6-point lead for York. Going baseline is Jackson. Inside, he scores off the glass. And it's 69-61. Carroll gets in the lane, works on Holst, shots blocked by Holston. And York can run some clock, leading by 8. And For everything Ottawa did right on Saturday, they've done completely wrong tonight down the stretch.
Yep, not playing typical Braves basketball, just settling for the three-point shot. Needs to be a little bit more aggressive, being in the bonus.
And now Carroll's going to commit the foul with 1:49 to go, as that's going to be the 8th. Let's make that 7th team foul on the Braves. Third personal on Carroll. Braves 12 of 37 from the three-point line. They've taken 62 shots. They're down to 33%. York at 49%. They're 27 of 55. Bruce, it doesn't get any easier the rest of the week.
No.
Got two teams just below you in the standings. Avila potentially even with you after tonight, as we'll look at those scores. But this is an absolutely devastating loss.
Yeah, it's be tough one to swallow here, and one that they will jot down when it comes to the standings. Letting one slip here in Wilson Fieldhouse that usually doesn't happen with the Braves the last few years, but especially these last 2 years.
As they'll wipe some sweat off the floor. First free throw was good, as it's 70-61. So Oklahoma Wesleyan did finish off Friends 89-84. Bethel all over Sterling 47-23, and I think they're just a couple games away from clinching regular season title. Free throw's no good on the second. It's 70-61, 1:45 to play. Johnson the third on the wing. He'll look to attack on Holston. No whistle, as he went right into the body, looking for a foul. And then Johnson the third will commit the foul. That's Ottawa's 8th team foul.
Yeah, at least Joe Johnson didn't settle for a three there. Try to force the issue and get there in the paint to draw a foul. But York's defense is just controlling the Braves here down the stretch.
Timeout taken by Ottawa. It's a full timeout. You're listening to Braves basketball on KOFO.
When it comes to medication, help with Medicare, orthotic footwear, delivery, or just taking care of a refill, your health is our priority at Kramer Pharmacy. Stop in today at 134 South Main in downtown Ottawa. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday 9 to 2.
Being helpful is what Arvest Bank is all about, and part of being helpful is listening to our customers, which is why Arvest Go, our mobile app, was recently certified by J.D. Power for providing an outstanding mobile banking experience. You can easily pay friends, securely lock and unlock your cards, deposit checks, pay bills, and more. So download Arvest Go today. Arvest Bank, ready to help. Member FDIC. For JD Power 2020 certification info, visit jdpower.com/awards.
This is Eric Price, Funeral Director at Lamb Roberts Funeral Home in Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook. We're proud to be involved in the communities we serve and support the youth of today, because they're our leaders for tomorrow. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, providing compassionate care when you need it most.
Story of the game, Ottawa led 59-57 with 7:38 to go. The score currently 70-61 York. Braves have been scoreless for 6 minutes.
Yeah, Braves just have settled here for the three-point shot, trying to chip in that lead at one time instead of just playing together and looking for the best shot. Really not playing inside out here and just settling from distance and just keep falling up short.
Free throw up for Berry, good. He'll shoot one more as it's a 10-point lead. York led by as many as 13 early on in the second half and went into the break up 11, so they could tie that here. Berry was 16, leading all scorers. Apologies, Joe Johnson has 17 for Ottawa. .11 lead as he makes both. 72-61. 1:37 to play. Joe likes to go all the way to the wing. He'll hand it off to Perry Carroll. Right side, Ian Moore might have traveled. He'll look to attack, picks up his dribble, finds Carroll in the corner for three. No. Now Ottawa's going to foul with 1:24 left, trailing by 11. I think the frustrating part, Bruce, is when you're up 59-57 and you're a team full of upperclassmen and you let a freshman-led group really run you off the floor. Hey, that's what's happened over the final 7 minutes.
Yeah, it's
outside of Tyrese Berry and Eric Lanier, which are good leaders on this team, but you've got basically three freshmen that are playing extensive minutes for this York team and couldn't find a way to rattle them.
Yeah, they just came in and just played relaxed the whole 40 minutes, to be honest with you. Even when Braves hit the 2-point lead, you're exactly right. Those kids just mentally stayed within themselves, didn't do anything out of character, and they have stretched that lead back out.
Second one's going to go. It's 74-61. And at this point, it's the lowest point total of the season for Ottawa. Carroll back to Johnson the third. He's got Barry on him. Left side to Carroll. Carroll in the lane looking to score. He can't. Rebound by Holston. Ottawa going to maybe foul here. No, they're going to let Hoskin get into the front court. Ottawa double team. Go to Jackson in the corner. Ottawa double teams there, and taking a timeout is Trey Burks with 59.3 to go. See if it is a 30. It is a 30. We'll go ahead and keep it here, Bruce. But as we look forward, this week could easily go to 0-3, as you've got tough task in Lynchburg, a team that blew out Southwestern on Saturday. They can score 100 in a heartbeat. They're going to come in there and fire probably 25, 33s at you. They might make 10 or 15 of them. But it's got to be better. I mean, you're going to get run off the floor if you show up like you did tonight.
Yeah, the Braves have got to bounce back, and they've got to do it quickly. I don't know the game plan for Coach Seed's team tomorrow, but it's potentially either a day off or a day in the film room. But they've got to come out and play Braves basketball and not settle at the three-point line and insert themselves defensively and offensively against the Swedes. Yep.
And moving his feet, just a freshman mistake there by Jackson. Didn't realize he couldn't, I mean, anywhere but the baseline, can't move those feet. So a turnover on York. And for Tree Burke's team, you know, coming into tonight, sitting in second to last place in the KCAC in the past would have meant something, but this year it doesn't. As 12 teams making the KCAC tournament, they're going to be a tough out, no matter where they finish. Here's Daniels with a jumper. It's good. That ends a 7-minute drought for Ottawa from the field, and now the Braves take a timeout as they're down 74-63. Daniels with 4 points. And, you know, I wondered, Bruce, after the performance on Wednesday and Saturday, you know, and knowing that Jaquan Daniels, your leading scorer at 19 a game, was it going to be an issue with who is going to be the guy? But it doesn't always have to be one guy. But getting Daniels back, not saying it's a curse or a blessing, but it's something you're going to have to work out after, you know, the last 2 games. You knew where the ball was going to go down the stretch. And tonight, you know, again, everyone just kind of looking at each other like, who's going to make the play?
Yeah, you're exactly right. And, you know, most of the time when you lose your best player and he's, you know, out of the lineup, you know, you get some players to step up, and I hope that builds confidence and let the team know that they can do other things outside of Daniels. And just right now, they're just not living up to those expectations.
Next foul by Ottawa will be double bonus for York. Ottawa not looking to foul here. 45 seconds to go in an 11-point deficit. And now they'll give it back to Lanier, and Ottawa will foul with 40.1, and Lanier back to the free throw line. I'm looking at those standings, Bruce, is York at 2-7. They are most likely into the KCAC tournament at this point.
Yep.
They'll move up to 3-7, but Sterling at 4-11 did lose tonight, so they're a game within them, moving into the 11th spot. Ottawa could potentially be a game behind, depending if Southwestern wins tonight or not. They're in trouble against Avila. But Avila, you know, at 5-5, well within reach of getting to that 4th spot, and you know, maybe Ottawa has found themselves locked into potentially a 4 or 5, you know, going forward. You look at, you know, not a lot of games left. I mean, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left, and 2 of those against teams in front of you.
Yeah, and you know, again, like you talked about, experienced team here, and you want to be playing your best basketball heading into that tournament. So Braves are going to have to figure some things out here down the stretch and try to bounce back here quickly this week.
1 of 2 for Lanier as it's 75-63. Daniels with another jumper. No. Ottawa's not going to foul. Well, maybe they will. Bounce pass finds Lanier across midcourt. And Ottawa double teams, but it's not going to matter as York's going to win to improve on the year to 3-7 in the KCAC, 3-9 overall. Ottawa will fall to 11-7, 8-7 in the as Ottawa will come up short tonight by 12. Their largest defeat of the season as they go down 75-63. Bruce, looking at other losses this year, 12-point loss to Bethel, 90-78, but by far the toughest, I guess, performance of the year.
Yeah, this is similar to what we talked about last week, in the women's game. Them playing Southwestern. Southwestern has been a team that has struggled. And then here, the Braves, against York, doesn't have that winning record, but they have some kids on that roster that are super athletic and can beat you on any given night. And that has happened here tonight in Wilson Fieldhouse. York knocks off Ottawa.
We'll take a break. You're listening to Ottawa Braves basketball on KOFO.
Those big wireless companies try to lure you in with a new phone just to lock you into a contract. Not Simple Mobile. If you have a great smartphone you love, you can get a powerful nationwide 5G network without the contract. Just text the word BYOP to 611611 to see if your phone's compatible. Simple Mobile. Out with the old, in with the simple. Message and data rates may apply. Visit simplemobile.com/privacy policy for privacy policy and the terms and conditions at simplemobile.com/terms and conditions. Compatible 5G capable device and SIM required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. 5G network not available in all areas. 5G upload speeds not yet available.
Let's get back to business with Local IQ. Get the power of a national expert marketing team combined with deep roots in 260 communities, making them the partner you need to jumpstart your journey to full recovery. Results matter now more than ever, and Local IQ provides uniquely engaged local audiences, industry-leading technology, intelligent creative design, deep digital marketing expertise, and insights from partnering with hundreds of thousands of businesses nationwide. Talk to Stephen Bradley, your Local IQ marketing expert today at 785-242-4700, extension 108. Great Life Golf and Fitness is a proud supporter of OU Braves basketball, and they support you in your goal to live and play better. The Great Life state-of-the-art fitness facility in downtown Ottawa is accessible 24 hours a day. Find out more by visiting greatlifegolf.com. Proud to be your golf and fitness community partner, Great Life Golf and Fitness.
Welcome back. Ottawa falls tonight 76-63 to York College. We're joined by head coach Aaron Stephenthal. Coach, your team tonight able to battle back, got it to a 2-point lead with 7:38 to go, but just a lid on that basket over the final 7 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, what an awful effort. I mean, starts with me. That was a woefully prepared team. I was bad. Our players were bad. Our crowd was here but non-existent. I mean, other than York and people in blue, this whole place was really bad tonight. So, we got to do better. We got to be better. We can't let missing shots affect how we play on the other end, and we did. And that's a team. They good game plan. Slow the ball down, play zone, hope we miss, and we did. And but we got to be better defensively. We got to be locked in, and we just got outworked, outplayed, outcoached, out-hustled. I mean, you put out in front of anything, that was us tonight, and that starts with me. So.
Coach, your team finishes at 12 of 38 from three, and the games this year where your team has shot 35 or more threes, team now 1 and 4 now. Is it just something where guys just find themselves so wide open they got to take that shot, or I mean, most of them felt like good looks tonight, wasn't it?
I mean, this is the first time somebody played a zone for 40 minutes. So those other games that we were getting, teams were playing man and we were settling for threes. You're going to have to shoot. You're going to have to shoot a lot of threes against the zone, and we got guys that can shoot. But if you're constantly trying to make threes to just get back in the game, it's going to take forever. You have to get stops, and then just take the next, the best shot available. And we were just battling defense, and we weren't into it. We were locked in, and I mean, it was, this is as poor of a showing from everybody in Wilson Fieldhouse as I can remember.
Coach, you're back at it on Thursday at Bethany, a team that is probably going to throw up 30 or 40 threes on you Thursday night. How do you kind of bounce back from some night like that?
I mean, we just got to play. We just got to play better. We got to play harder. We got to play better. I mean, there's no magic formula at this time of year. Guys got to be better and play better. I mean, that was just an embarrassing effort, and a good game plan by them, but we can't let what that team does dictate how we play and how hard we play, and that was just pathetic. So hopefully we'll get some things straightened out before Thursday. If we don't, we'll go to Lindsburg and get our tails kicked.
Coach, we appreciate you coming up and talking with us. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Ottawa Braves basketball on KOFO.
It's never too late to become who you're supposed to be. However, sometimes you may need a little help. Ottawa University can get you there. Their faculty and staff are dedicated to preparing graduates for a lifetime of significance. With dozens of degree programs, including accounting, engineering, human services, and marketing, marketing, as well as graduate degrees in business administration and education. Ottawa University will prepare you for whatever or whoever you want to be. Don't wait. Get started today. Find out more by visiting online at ottawa.edu.
Hindsight is 2020. 2020 was a brutal year with a lot we couldn't control. Pandemic, economy, unemployment. What can we control? Our job, our career. Don't look back with 2020 hindsight next year and see yourself in that 2020 job. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. You could start your new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months. Live online classes meet just twice a week. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
And we're back here in Wilson Fieldhouse. Only for the second time this year, we say that Ottawa loses at home, a final of 76-63 to York College. Leading scorer tonight, Joe Johnson III, 17 points on 6 of 12 shooting. He was 5 of 10 from 3 rebounds and 3 assists. Perry Carroll held to just 10 on 4 of 16 shooting. Ian Moore, 8 points on 2 of 8 shooting. Andre Jackson with 8. Ty Bland with 3. Jackson Mallory with 4. Mason McDowell with 9. Jaquan Daniels with 4 in a losing effort, as Ottawa just 32% from the field, 12 of 38 from deep, and 7 of 12 from the free throw line. York goes for 49%. Leading scorer for them, Tyrese Berry, 17 off the bench, as they really dominated the night, Bruce.
Yeah, and York deserved to win the basketball game. They really did. They came in here and had a great game plan. Those young guys, along with their senior leadership, did a great job of executing that game plan. You have to take your hat off to them to make that 5-hour drive and come play here in Wilson Fieldhouse against the defending KCAC champs. And they lived up to that challenge, and they executed extremely well. Hats off to York. They deserve to win this basketball game tonight, and that's the way the game ended.
Depending on other results tonight, Ottawa could fall to that 5th spot, and if that's the case, the 2 teams just below them in the standings, Ottawa will see on Thursday at Bethany and then at Avila on Saturday, which at home, Avila is so hard to beat, and they really deserve to win both games last year against Ottawa. I mean, they blew out the Braves by 20 here in this building, and we're up 30-5 at their place before Ottawa came back and Daryl Bowie took over, and it was... Tonight was one of those games, it felt a lot like that Avila game last year in this building, where Ottawa just thought they could show up and win.
Yeah.
And Seeps kind of said that is, it was something where if they just roll the ball out, we should be able to beat them by 10 or 15. And York came in and came to play. And for me, I kind of like, with us having 12 teams getting into the tournament, the 4 teams in the past that at this point might not have been in range probably might have just rolled it out and just said, let's just see what happens.
Yeah. And that's where you build culture and character within your program, is how you finish a season. Not every team's going to end, with a win, but you can have those program changers, program builder wins that will help you build for the future. This is huge, for the KCAC to do this. Is something we proposed that got shot down, but then had to bring it back in the picture with the COVID season, with things being shortened. So this is a great setup, and it's a great opportunity for this conference to take advantage of expanding the tournament and seeing what happens. It may be one of those situations where one of those lower seeds could advance and make a run at the end of the season.
Braves with 6 games to go, Bruce. 3 more on the road: Bethel, St. Mary, and Sterling, and then 3 on the road of Bethany, Avila, and finish the season at McPherson. But 2 road games the rest of the week. You have 4 days to, Tuesday, really 2 days to get ready, and then make the road trip. You know what you're going to get in Bethany. They're going to try and play a fast-paced game. I wouldn't expect them to run zone, but after watching tonight, maybe everyone runs zone against Ottawa the rest of the way. You just don't know. But that team is as dangerous offensively as you'll see.
Yeah, I mean, you just ran down the schedule there. It's just not going to be an easy one for the Braves. And you talked about Sterling here earlier, and in that game here with Sterling, they had tons of close games in the beginning of the season, but now I think those close games are paying off even for Sterling, and they're starting to get over the hump here at the end of the season. Again, another team that can play themselves into the tournament and be dangerous down the stretch. It's going to be an exciting tournament. I mean, York, I haven't got to see Sterling, but like you said, they're really good. But these bottom teams are going to definitely play some fits.
And of course, if I give Sterling props, they're getting blown out by Bethel 51-27, which Bethel might be in another stratosphere right now overall.
Absolutely.
You know, and I was thinking, I don't remember the last time a team or a school had won both the football and basketball, men's basketball, in the same year.
Yeah.
And they're definitely on pace to do that on the football side with the 1-game lead on that side as we start the spring. But you know, that Bethel team, they've got a D1 drop down and Maccabee, and they've got shooters and big men and you know, all the things you want in your squad, and a point guard that's a senior leader for them. So they will be in Wilson Fieldhouse, I believe, next. Yes, that'll be on February the 10th, so 9 days from now. And if Ottawa doesn't find things out over the next 2 games, they could be 0-3 this week and playing the best team in the conference next Wednesday, and could be looking up somewhere besides the 4, maybe 5, 6, 7. How things can change so quickly after feeling so good after the way you played Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, and you know, I like the guys in our locker room. You know, they have that championship mentality. They really can bounce back, and we just got to trust that they're going to do that. But KCAC basketball is definitely getting exciting, and hats off to Bethel overall with their athletic programs. Like you talked about, Tony Hoops doing a great job down there, changing the culture, and they're making the right moves and changing what they do down there, and setting themselves up for a KCAC basketball championship.
For the first time in a long time, we finally have an 8 o'clock tip on Thursday for the men's contest. Women will play at 6. So I'll be making that drive back. Hopefully Enterprise in Ottawa gives me another Camaro, because I made that drive in a Camaro to Hillsboro.
Nice.
So this year's been unique, making the drive myself this year. So it was either a minivan or a Camaro, and I said, you know, I'll take the Camaro, I guess, if I had to.
Yeah, I've had that thing.
We'll see what I get.
I've had that Camaro before, so I know how that ride is that smooth. So good job with that.
You're just humming down, you know, 35, and then over to 68 or 50, I guess, is what I had down that stretch. So, but pregame for the women starting at 5:45. Bruce, again, thank you as always for sticking with us for both games. It's, you know, I'm sure people enjoy hearing your voice more than mine at this point. But I will ride solo on Thursday as the Braves and Lady Braves will be playing at Bethany starting at 6 o'clock, pregame at around 5:45. For Casey Weeder and for Bruce Tate, I want to thank all of you for listening. For Larson Johnson back at the station, have a great night, everybody. Braves fall by a final of 76-63 as they go to 11-7, 8-7 in the KCAC. You've been listening to Ottawa University Braves basketball on KOFO.